Lots of people want to adopt. And lots of people also think the only way to do that is becoming a foster home. And fostering kids hoping that one will become legally free for adoption. But what if I told you that wasn't the only way? What if I told you that you could adopt a child for free who you don't have to hope and pray they will be able to stay with you? That being a waiting child. Now really, what is a waiting child? It's more than just a child that is waiting. A waiting child is a child whose parents' parental rights have been terminated, meaning they are legally free for adoption. In other words, their biological parents cannot take back custody of this child. In some circumstances, there are children that are legal risk placements. This means the child will be placed in your home for outlets of adoption rather than reunification, but there is a risk of the court deciding to reunify the child with the parent. But now let's look into the how aspect. The first step. Find a social worker or social service. You need a social worker for the next upcoming steps. You can do some Google research to find the best ones in your area. The second step. Training in the home study. You will have to take training the same as if you were becoming a foster parent. As for the home study, that will be done by a social worker, and there are many YouTube videos and articles on what to expect. The third step. The matching process. The matching process is when it all becomes real. This is when you and your caseworker decide what child is fit to stay in your home forever. To see available children, there are websites. The most commonly used website is www.adoptuskids.org. If you hit the menu, you can hit Meet the Children and search for children. And if you hit Search Adopt US Kids, you can find kids on the website. You can put in filters for whether you want a female or a male, number of children you would accept, minimum or maximum, the age of children you would accept, infant to the oldest, 21, the racial composition for what race of child you would be open to, whether you would like to see a child with a video or a child with a Spanish narrative, or when the child's profile was updated last. But majority of these questions will be asked to you during your home study by your social worker to know which child is best for you. And just like that, you can scroll through and see images and information of the children in the system. You can hit the view profile icon and they will tell you more information about the child. They start off showing you largest sibling groups all the way down to the smallest. There is also state photo listing, which is usually more suggested. So if you hit search for children and then hit state photo list, you can find children in your state that are also waiting children. It's suggested that you do go to these websites rather than Adopt US Kids. While it can be helpful, you can see more children because they do not have all the children listed. I remember one time I clicked on Texas photo listing and my jaw just dropped because they had so many more kids on that website rather than what was just on Adopt US Kids. So you can choose your state and then hit the photo listing website of your state. For example, we'll do North Carolina. You can hit browse or just hit search and put in your own filters. Browse will just show you any and all of the kids without your own filter. On here, you can do the same things just like on Adopt US Kids. They also have the disability levels you will accept, which would also be asked you during your home study. Just hit search and you can see all the waiting children in your state. This leads to the final step. After clicking on a child's profile at the bottom, it should have the option to submit inquiry. This is saying that you are interested in the child and you can ask any questions you may have. Your social worker will look over your home study to see if you are a good fit for the child or children. Their social worker will also look for the same. If you and the child or children are a match, then you will move on to meetings and day visits with the child or children, which will progress to overnight stays, which will progress to full-time stay. The child usually has to be under your care for at least 6 months before adoption can take place to ensure this is a good decision. If all goes well, then comes adoption day. For more information like this, I suggest visiting the channel Adopt Informed with Katie. She has adopted 3 children of her own, 2 of them being waiting children. Her videos provide adoption information or just foster care info. I'm sure you're ready to go now, so I will answer the last question. Who can adopt? Most states require you to be 21 or older, but you have to check your state-specific states requirement. Most states also require you to be at least 10 years older than the child you adopt, while in states like Idaho, you have to be 15 years older. If you are a same-sex couple, you can adopt in any of the 50 states. If you have a diagnosis, whether it be medical or mental, like autism, you can adopt as long as you meet the requirements the same as any other individual. And if you are single, you can adopt. So almost anyone can adopt if you have the time, heart, love, and patience, and finances. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to share your adoption story or ask questions in the comment section.